First, let me talk about IASF. Uh, India International Science Festival is a very flagship program for all of us, those who are working in science, technology, and research in India, as well as for VIPA. We have been organizing with the support of the government as well as all the stakeholders in this for last 10 years. So it really made a great impact, especially in the young people's mind. Primarily, this year's theme is connecting the scientific research and then converting it into creating an industrial manufacturing ecosystem in this country, as has been well showcased here. All the labs and scientific institutions of this country are participating here in large with large amount of volunteers as well as with exhibits, showcasing what the research and labs are yielding benefit in terms of transferring it to industries and bringing manufacturing. I think all the themes that we are discussing today is also focused on that. And for me, to come over IASM has always been inspiring. Many a times hackathons happen, dealing with many of the topics that we have real life problems are dealt with the people. Space is also one of the area where we find a lot of enthusiasm and encouragement. So people ask, just now you so watched the interaction with me. There is a lot of inspiration for everyone to work in space and science and technology, and we would like to capitalize on it to inspire young people to take up science, research, and nation building as one of the important goals. So I'm really thankful to IASF for organizing this first. Now coming to your next question on launches, I think I'm ready to take questions on that. But the first launch is on 4th December. This is a launch of PSLV. It's called PSLV C59. It's launching a satellite called Proba 3. This satellite is from European Space Agency on contract with NSIL. It's a satellite for studying sun, built by ISRO, and PSLV launches it to a very special orbit called a very highly elliptical orbit, 600 kilometer in its closest point to Earth, and 60,000 kilometer away point. So such a highly eccentric orbit it is launched. So we will invite all of you to look at the launch on 4th. The streaming will start at 3:30, so you can all watch online. And after that, the scientists coming from ISA, we have a workshop, solar science, or we call it heliophysics workshop at Chennai. And all of us are joining together because India is also collaborating with the science research what ISA is doing. We have our satellite called Aditya L1, and that science team and the European science team are working together to understand the sun and its effect on Earth, called space weather, and we would like to do further research and extend the research on it. So, unfortunately, ISRO is not working in the art. We are working only in science. What you displayed is a company's work, not a NASA or anyone's work. So, if you look at the images that we have collected from Moon, they are far superior than what is displayed there. They are the images collected from NASA, not our images. Hopefully, one company in India will make similar. You look at it and make. I'll tell someone to make a company in India. I am ready to give you all the images. Okay.
Mangalyaan to the sir, how ISRO is leveraging its technology when it comes to climate change, especially in India, and specific to northeastern.
Okay, this is a very important question. I think climate change is a reality, and the reality can be told to people only using space technology. See, there is something called essential climate variables. There are something like 53 or 54 of them. And these essential climate variables are important to understand the climatology, climate weather modeling, etc. They are used by IMD for their weather modeling. For this climate variable, around 23 can be measured from space, and it can be measured only from space. And we provide around 14, 15 of them from space. Remaining we measure from ground, or we get from other nations. So we have a standard program to measure and supply to our weather scientists, and we launches very different satellites. One of the important satellites called INSAT 3D series. We have 3D, 3DS, and 3DR. Three satellites are currently there. Another one is called ocean satellites, which measure the ocean parameters, in which we have a wind velocity measurement called stratometers. Then we have another set of satellites which are remote sensing satellite, radar, and other Earth observation satellites. So combined with these measurements, plus we have a terrestrial weather stations. You know about weather stations, and this weather station data is collected by INSAT using data relay transponders, and this data goes to IMD. So we collect from thousands of such data centers using satellite and give it to IMD. So all this data combined together generate models of Earth, ocean, atmosphere, and we understand the interaction. From the interaction, I can tell you the climate change is a very real issue. And we are also planning to have more satellites to go. For example, looking at greenhouse gases, methane and carbon dioxide emissions, looking at global warming, thermal imaging of Earth. NISR and Krishna are two important satellites in collaboration with America and Europe to develop climate and weather related observations for Earth. So there are many things in this series. Say further beyond Chandrayaan 3, we have a plan to go to Moon again. That's already announced. Government has given approval for Chandrayaan 4. Chandrayaan 4 will go again to the same point, the South Pole, and we will look at how we can go there, take some specimen or drill and take out some samples, come back to Earth and deliver it. So it will demonstrate two type of technology. One is bringing a sample, second is going to Moon and then coming back to Earth. That technology also will be proven. But unfortunately, we don't have a rocket to do that. The mass of the satellite to go is very high. Our rocket currently has only 4-ton capability. So to go to Moon and come back, we need to make 2 launches. One launch today, and after 15 days, we need to do another launch. So both satellites will go to space and dock together and become a single satellite and go to Moon and then come back. So this is the first time we are going to do. No one has done like this before. So we hope that we will become the first country to do such a complex maneuver. To prove that, we have a technology for docking. We are launching a docking mission in December end. That's called SpadeX, and that will go. 2 satellites will launch, and we'll come back and dock after 1 kilometer separation. We'll come back and dock together. So that's another technology demonstration going to happen December end. You talked about it, northeastern states. I will answer that very carefully. So we have one center called NESAC here, Northeastern Space Application Center. They are created here specifically to address the issues of the 7 states. And we collaborate with all the state administration, specifically with the scientist pool there available and the administration to look at what they really need in terms of extreme weather issues, disaster prone areas like flood and land degradation, landslides, then flooding. These matters we are dealing with advisories as well as information related to that. We also have similar activities all across the country. Even weather related, we have specific focus on in northeastern states. There are a lot of websites where you get information. For example, on weather and climate, we have something called NICES, National Information System for Weather and Climate is available, which gives you the entire climate data of India in one website. We also have a disaster related data, but it is not publicly accessible. It is available with the Ministry of Home Affairs. They operate something called NDEM version 5. This is made by us, National Disaster or Environment Monitoring Platform, which is integrate all the disasters available from various sources, which include cyclones, floods, landslides, lightning, earthquakes, floods, forest fire, then drought. All information is brought into a single platform. So if you go to the platform and look at it, you know in India which location what is happening. You click, you can find out full data. So it's a control room running in Delhi under Ministry of Health and Home Affairs to look at it.
Sir, China, there is talks of that reports coming that China is constructing a dam on Brahmaputra. So how is ISRO taking a watch on it?
Basically, drying up the river Brahmaputra.
Huh?
Drying up the river Brahmaputra.
No, I'll answer his question. So anyone can watch others. I can't help it. So, but what we prepare ourselves to do that watching very well. So we have our own infrastructure very good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone.